Welcome to Infinite Presents Professional Perspectives, the web series where we speak with industry leaders about the latest trends, regulations, and happenings in the New York metropolitan area. This week's guest is Dr. Gerrard Bushell. Thanks for joining us, Gerrard.
Well, thank you, Denise. It's good to be with you.
We're going to jump right into this. What exactly are you doing at the new Terminal One at JFK?
Well, I'll tell you, New Terminal One at JFK is a $7 billion public-private partnership to build a world-class all-international terminal on the southern side of the airport. We're transforming the aging Terminal One at JFK into an international gateway to New York and the United States that will span the sites of the current Terminal One, Terminal Two, and former Terminal 3. The new Terminal 1 will reimagine the passenger experience with state-of-the-art technology, amenities, commercial offering that's in line with top-ranked global airports. We also have the benefit of incorporating learnings and new technology from the ongoing pandemic to ensure that our facility is equipped for seamless and touchless and a socially distanced future.
Since airports are engines of economic development, how exactly are you creating and making available opportunities to the community that you service?
We are presenting innovation, all right? We're building a global, we're building access to New York and the globe through this world-class international gateway, all right, that is going to be stellar. That's number one. Number two, infrastructure is very important, particularly to ensure that New York City and the regional economy, the metropolitan region, retains, all right, its visibility and its footprint as a critical economic engine, all right, not just to the Northeast, but to this nation, all right? And with that, all right, is the creation of jobs. And in the context of jobs, inclusion is hugely important. So, you know, part of what we're going to do is we have and are negotiating a project labor agreement with labor that will provide us with the opportunity to create a pathway, all right, for union jobs, for, members of the community. We are working closely across 37 zip codes in Southeast Queens, all right, to identify local businesses that can be part of our project from the design to the construction phase, as well as the operations that we are going to have once we, commence or really begin to operate the airport, all right, the operational side. We're also going to have a commitment to local businesses. 50% of the local businesses in the terminal, all right, food and beverage will be from the Queens community. That's very important, a very local perspective. And so it's a question of how we partner. Our thesis has always been, look, we're delivering infrastructure, we're partnering with the Port Authority, and this is a first-class project, and this has to have a positive outcome, but the community must also benefit.
Gerrard, locals and tourists alike, they're expecting an authentic New York experience the moment they arrive. How will the new Terminal One at JFK, how will you guys deliver that?
Well, as the rap star Future would say, we're going to put a lot of sauce in this, all right? Not too much sauce, but we're going to put sauce in it, all right? Look, bottom line is New Terminal One is a distinctly New York experience, from key design elements, unique art and branding, from the local artists to the commercial experience, which will feature, as I said, predominantly New York City-based restaurants and offerings with a local approach and focus on Queens-based businesses. Now, our staff, all right, will be hired from the local community and region and will provide a first and last impression of New York for many of the passengers. So without telling you, all of our trade secrets, this is going to be special and spectacular. We've done a number of presentations to really highlight this unique New York feel and experience, sort of the awe of when you come off an airplane and you come through the terminal. What does it really mean, all right, to live or to shop or to eat or to just experience New York City at its finest? That's what we're going to convey. So we're very excited. We're very excited by that.
Oh, that is exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Also, I do have a question. What makes the team, the new Terminal One at JFK Team, so special?
Well, we've put together this compelling project with a lot of thought and feel. Okay, in terms of, we recognize the economics of the project have to work. But as I highlight to you, our financial sponsors, when they envision this, just the way we put this coalition, labor, a strong MWBE partner that has worked with state and local governments across the United States, a very strong global investment manager with a strong reputation and franchise, all of these partners coming together. We look at this through a commercial lens, a lens for customers, and a lens for the community. So bringing that together is a very powerful ethic in terms of the values that we have put forward.
This is the part where I get to ask you a personal question. So let's get right into that. Gerrard, what is the best piece of advice that you've ever received?
Well, I've worked for a long period of time. I've been around the block a number of times. And so I've received great advice across my life and experience. First, from my mother, who, calls me Patty. Patrick is my middle name, Patty for short. And she's always said, run your own race, play your own game. Don't be afraid to be yourself. That's hugely important. Another piece of advice that I had received later on in life, when I was in my late 20s, early 30s, was working for H. Carl McCall, and I was doing public service. He was the state controller, and he thought it was very important to ask me, what are you going to do in the next stage of your life? And I was like, well, what do you mean? And he said, no, it's important for you to think about what's next. And it's also important for you to get skills and experience outside of public service, all right? It's important to do well. It's important to make money. It's important to be able, all right, to make your own decisions. And service is not only public service. That was very important to me. Service comes in many ways. And that was key. And then I would say, lastly, my partner, my wife of 25 years, Leah Johnson, has always said to me, never be afraid to fail. Okay. Really don't be afraid to step out into uncertainty, because there are times when, things don't work well, that you're going to have to forge ahead. And so I've used those throughout my life when many doors have closed, and I've had to figure out, how to find alternative pathways, doors.
Your wife sounds like an incredibly intelligent woman.
Well, for the record, she is.
Thank you so much, Gerrard. Thanks for being our guest this week. Until next time.
Denise, thank you.